Welcome to Build, Grow, Profit, where you hear from entrepreneurs why they built their business, what they did to grow it, and how they profit. Hello and welcome to the show. I am your host, Cassie Parks, and I am super excited to introduce you to today's guest. She is a licensed professional counselor, she's a podcast host, and an author. And what I really love about her is that she loves helping others live their best, most authentic lives. We have a lot in common. She started her journey pursuing her master's in counseling. I also have a master's in counseling. And she's built an amazing business and brand by being honest and authentic about her personal journey with mental health. So, welcome, Sandtrice Russell. Sandtrice.
Hey.
Welcome. Yay. Hey, I'm so excited to have you here today.
I'm really excited to be here. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Yes, my pleasure. All right, let's jump into it. So, tell us what business you have built and why you built it.
Okay. So I've built a business called Unique Destiny Counseling, and it's all under Unique Destiny Inc., which is my nonprofit. However, I built this business because passionate about helping other people. But the model for my organization is empowerment through education. And I believe that helping people understand mental health and helping people work through their mental health is something that is important in order for them to live their most honest, best, and authentic lives.
I love that. And you can check out Sandtrice's website on the side. You just click the button, Sandtrice's website, and it will take you to that Unique Destiny, which is beautiful and just fun to check out because it's a beautiful space to be in. So tell us, what was the key to growing your business?
Mm, I would say that the key was kind of really finding my niche and really getting into what I desired to work with, who I desired to work with as a population. And a lot of it was just being transparent about my own journey. I've struggled with anxiety a lot in my life starting as a teenager. And so being able to understand my own anxiety helped me to be able to help clients who deal with anxiety because I have a deeper understanding of it, not just the textbook thing that you learn in school, but really a true understanding of how anxiety impacts you. And I've been able to kind of draw a lot of clients who are dealing with anxiety and are wanting to find those techniques to help them manage their anxiety as well as depressive symptoms.
That's awesome. So I know for some people that I've talked to in business, coaches, it's sometimes they find it hard to share their journey. Were you just like from the beginning, I'm going to share it because I know it will help me attract clients? Or did you have to kind of move through a fear or wondering, if I share too much, will people
Mhm.
still want to come to me?
Yeah, I think it's always difficult to kind of toe that line. For me, I was initially nervous about sharing certain things about my life, and there are still certain things that I don't share. I only share things if I feel like it is going to be for the therapeutic benefit of the client. But yeah, it is scary putting yourself out there because it makes you be vulnerable to people, and that vulnerability, like once you put something out there, especially in the internet age, like you can't take it back. It's out there forever, and so I was afraid at first, but I've learned to just kind of be myself. And I've learned that being myself draws more people to me because they get the honest side of therapy, not the cardigan and just that normal thing that we kind of, when you think about a therapist on TV, they don't just get that version of someone. They get someone that shows up and truly is themselves with the client and helps the person be it helps the person be more honest with themselves as well.
Yes, that's amazing. I totally agree. Those TV versions make me laugh.
For sure.
um, and so you also mentioned, one of the keys to growing was that you found your niche. You decided who you wanted to work with. What
Mhm.
was that process like? Or did it take, was it an evolution? Were you just like, oh, this is who I want to help?
Yes, it was definitely an evolution because I started out this process because I really wanted to be able to work with teenagers and children in helping them navigate through life because of my journey as a child dealing with certain adverse childhood trauma that made me want to really help kids. But as I got into the field, when I first came into the field, I did work with teenagers for quite some time, worked in the group home sector, and really working with a lot of kids that were in DFACS custody and DJJ custody. However, as I got older, I really kind of found that I really enjoyed working with college age students and in people in their 20s and 30s that are really still trying to navigate through life, that really haven't figured it out and are really wanting to focus in on living the best part of their lives later. And so they're trying to navigate through dealing with things now. So they may not, I don't necessarily fully work with teenagers anymore, but those college age, I find that they're able to do some of the best work because they're still developing and becoming who they want to be and not the version of themselves that they were taught to be as kids.
That's amazing. I love that journey. Thank you for sharing that because I think it's key. We learn over time, right, by who we're
Mhm.
working with. Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
amazing. So what is the key to being profitable in your business?
I think the key has been consistency. I've used like marketing techniques like psychology today, which has been amazing for me because it's brought so many people in. I love some of the features there because it allows people to select exactly what they're looking for and narrow it down. And so I think a lot of people have come to me. I specialize in working with individuals in the LGBTQIA plus population. And it also helps that I'm a member of that population as well because it brings more people in because they understand that they're coming to a safe space where they won't be judged because of who they love, and they are able to be themselves and not put up that guard. So I feel like just being authentic, I think the podcast has definitely helped bring more people in as well because they get to kind of see me as a real person and not just a figurehead.
Yes, that's amazing. I want to ask you because I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but
Okay.
psychology today is it's an investment, right?
Right.
Right. And I think some people was that hard at first to be like, "Oh, I'm going to pay to put my name up here," where you're like, "Yes, this is part of business."
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was part of business. Like, I will be truly honest. Like, I started out like when I was getting back into therapy because I've been in and out of therapy throughout the years. I have a love hate relationship with it because sometimes you burn out very quickly in working with clients. And so, when I started to dab my toe back into leaving the crisis intervention side and going back into private practice, I tried out BetterHelp. I was on that platform and I quickly realized that I was selling myself short and that I
Yes.
could put myself out there as myself under my own business and not, just being a contractor. I realized that psychology today was a really important investment because that's like, honestly, to me, it feels like the go-to for everybody to find a therapist. So 29.95 a month, they can take it every month because I definitely have made more than that, back over the years. So to me, I feel like you have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in your business because it's easy to take shortcuts, and taking those shortcuts just leaves you frustrated and burned out.
Yes, I couldn't agree more, and I think it's so important. And I think sometimes when people start a business, they're I don't know if it's fear, whatever reason they have, they don't necessarily want to invest or they don't see, yeah, this is amazing. So thank you for
Right.
sharing that part with us. I love it. All right. So what's your favorite thing about being in business?
I think the my favorite part will always be the clients, the interactions with the clients. I tell people sometimes like I love people, but I also don't like people. And so like the people part of it is really what keeps me going. It is what connects me and what really kind of helps me. I think that doing counseling as a therapist is also therapeutic for me. And seeing that client have that aha moment, having that moment where they realize, like, okay, I see why I came, I see what it is I need to do, and really being able to help them navigate through now that I know that I need to fix something. Because I'm a reality therapist, girl. I love William Glasser. I am all about, what are you doing? Is it working? If not, let's make that change. And so having that client realize I need to make a change, that is the to me the best part of it. Like all of the background stuff, to me, the money side of it, like I obviously want to make money. I think that definitely making a living is important to me, but I'm really just passionate about helping others and finding ways to do that. So seeing that client get better, seeing them do the homework and really get it, that is what drives me every day.
Amazing. I totally can relate to that. So awesome. Um, all right, let's switch gears a little bit. You have
Okay.
a podcast. So why did you
Yes.
start the Self-Aware and Effed Up podcast?
Okay, so I started the podcast because to me, I really wanted to be able to reach more people. In the middle of the pandemic, like things just got really, really bad for a lot of people. And I was seeing so many clients during the pandemic that it was just like ridiculous. And I was like, I can't see everyone. And I mean, there are mental health podcasts out there. I get that, but I wanted to do something different and really dive into like those taboo topics, things that people don't talk about, especially within my community. Like, African Americans and people in BIPOC communities for so long have not gone to therapy, and so I really wanted to normalize it, for everyone, for people to be able to see that we don't have to continue to live under this stigma. It is okay to talk about counseling. People are actually going to counseling and getting the help that they need and living better lives as a result of it. So I just wanted to expand what I do in the counseling room and give people that maybe won't go to therapy the opportunity to learn some skills and techniques to help improve their life.
That's awesome. And I assume people can find the Self-Aware and Effed Up podcast on, any of their favorite podcast apps.
Absolutely. It's available pretty much everywhere. We most recently joined iHeartRadio, so I was definitely happy about that addition. So yeah, you
Yeah.
can find it Apple Music, Spotify. It's pretty much everywhere, and you can also look at it on YouTube if you're into the video thing. So
Amazing. I love it. And I love this question I'm about to ask. Is it hard keeping others' secrets?
um it is not hard for me, because I think I've just been in the field for so long that it's become just a part of the process.
Mhm.
I think that there's some things like I've worked with celebrity clients before, and it's like, oh, I just wish but I feel like it's kind of like you're, I don't know, like I feel like people share those intimate details of their lives, and I feel like the relationship between a therapist and a counselor is sacred. And so I
Mhm.
value being able to keep that. And I keep my friends' secrets too. Like it doesn't just translate to the therapist relationship. I think that just kind of knowing that I feel like I tell people all the time, I'm a vault. Like you will not get any information out of me, but I can receive all of the information. Um, yeah, because I think it's a privilege for people, to feel comfortable sharing their lives with me.
Absolutely. I hadn't Sandtrice put that question on her just on a form that I have people fill out. And I was like, oh, I want to ask that because I never realized, even as a coach, how many secrets I do have. And so I loved hearing
Yes.
your answer to that. Super fun. What's the most challenging situation that you've faced as a therapist?
Yeah. So, one of the most challenging things that I have faced is working with someone in a relationship counseling setting, and one of the partners was a narcissist. That was
Mm,
difficult because I had to sit and watch this person be very abusive, but it was like more like microaggression versus like outright being abusive to their partner. And it was one of the times I thought I was going to lose my license because I could not hold it in like as much as I'm very professional in those settings. It was difficult to hear someone speak that way and talk down to their partner in that way, and to have the partner accept it as okay. And so I think that that let me know that that is not my population.
mhm,
And I don't, necessarily work with individuals knowingly that are a part of that population, because for me, it's triggering, and
mhm.
it allows, like, I don't ever want anyone to be able to take me out of my element and what I do, because I love it and I don't want to ever jeopardize what I do. So yeah, I kind of steer clear when it comes to clients that are dealing with narcissistic traits or may have a diagnosis of narcissistic personality disorder.
Yeah. Definitely a good lesson for all business owners, right? Choose who you want to work with and know who you don't. I love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Amazing. So you have an amazing self-care journal.
Mhm.
Tell us why you created that.
Yeah. So I created the Minding My Own Mental Health Self Care Journal because one of the first things that I do with clients, and I feel like this is something, I don't like to do cookie cutter therapy, but I feel like self care is at the core of everything that we do when it comes to mental health and mental illness. So, what I find is that a lot of clients, a lot of their problems are rooted in them being having problems with anxiety and depression and not really attending to their self care. So, I always give clients a self care assessment at the beginning of therapy and have them look at like what areas are deficient and what do I need to do to change that? What steps am I willing to take? And so everybody can't come to therapy. Everybody can't see me. Not every therapist leads with that. That's just my thing. And I found that it helps so many clients them being able to assess where they are and make changes. And so I created the journal starting with burnout and really looking at how are you doing with burnout and where are you? Because a lot of professionals don't realize that they're burned out. And so I wanted to create something that's easy for people to do. So each section, it just focuses in on assessing where you are, making goals to move from where you are, and journal prompts to kind of help you through the way. And I wanted to create it in a way where people who aren't going to therapy or don't necessarily have the time or finances right now can work through their problems and work through their self-care in order to live a better, more authentic lives for themselves.
Amazing. I love it. And is that this mental health comprehensive guide to self-care? Is that
Yes,
what it
that is
is?
that.
Yeah, amazing. So
Absolutely.
all you have to do is click that link right on the left-hand side. If you are
Mhm.
interested in grabbing that, it'll take you right to the page to make that investment today. Well, thank you so much for joining us. For those that are listening on audio, tell us both where they can find your website and how they find the self-care guide.
All right. So you can visit my website at uniquedestiny.org. And there you can also purchase the book as well. And you can also check out Podcast Link. It's a website that kind of has everything that I do on it, along with counseling services information. And you can check out the Self Aware and After podcast anywhere you stream your podcast. It is available. The new season will be starting not Labor Day, we're jumping too far ahead, Memorial Day weekend. And new episodes will start streaming then. And you can also follow me on all social media platforms under the handle at Tree the LPC. That's TreeTheLPC. So I'm very reachable. You can also just Google my first and last name, and a lot of stuff will come up from there as well if you want to see what I have going on.
Amazing. You are awesome. Thank you so much for sharing with our audience on Build, Grow, Profit. Make sure to check out Sandtrice's website and her amazing book. Thank you for joining us, Sandtrice. And thank you all for being here. Make sure to come back next time and check out how our next guest built, grew, and is profiting in their business. Thank you for being here. Join our community to attend live recordings, access free training, and connect with other entrepreneurs by going to buildgrowprofitgroup.com. That's buildgrowprofitgroup.com. Register for a free account and then request to join our group. We're excited to connect with you at buildgrowprofitgroup.com.